Hello, happy Friday, everybody. I'm in here. You can't see me, but I am here. Getting everything turned on so I can see everybody. Don't give me just a second there. I don't know if you're saying hello or maybe you're telling me to leave. I don't know. Now's the time to get rid of those bad comments. I won't see them. There we go. Now I can see them. All right. Everything there, we're going. Got it going. Alright, one more thing here for me. Best pull up the picture. At least I remember where I'm going. Alright. What we got here? Hey Stacy, hey David. Thanks for stopping by. Hey Kathleen. Mindy. Nala. I think I'm Nala, Nila, is that correct pronunciation? Put that little video on earlier about cleaning my thinner buckets. I hope that was helpful. I mean, I had to do it, so it wasn't anything I did special. Just turn the camera on and run the mouth. I can do that pretty good. So I got my canvas coated with liquid white. We're going to do an old Bob classic tonight. I think Bob called this one Footbridge. So, that honestly doesn't look like mine in my version. Probably don't want to have much foot traffic on it. So, I think it would have been condemned. Maybe we'll try to beef it up tonight and make it a little nicer. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, Amy. Alright. I think everybody can see that okay, can't you? I got an 18 by 24 inch canvas up there. And I gave Squeaky Chair the night off. I'm just in my office chair, so no Squeaky Chair tonight. But he'll be back next time. Grab me a clean brush, so I have to keep washing these things, right? We don't need to keep washing brushes and throwing that thinner around unless we absolutely have to. Let me adjust that camera just a little bit. Alright, are you ready? Let's take off and running. I am going to go up here on my palette. I've got Indian Yellow out for you guys that want to paint along. I think I have all three of Bob's yellows out. That would be Cad Yellow, Indian Yellow, and Yellow Ochre. If you don't have one of those, you can get by with using. You can get by with using Cad Yellow for this first step, or for all the steps actually. But I'm going to go with a little bit of Indian Yellow, somewhere about right here. Right. I'm a little above halfway there. A little above halfway. Just throw a little glow back here. Bob kept this kind of pastel and we'll try probably do about the same thing. What to drink? I've got a secret beverage in a can. It's a secret. Maybe a little more, and make it as bright as you want. I mean, and leave the yellow out. You just use crimson if you wanted to. Look at a painting, you know, whether it's Bob's or mine or somebody else maybe you're watching, and make it your own. I think that's why we all do this. I think that's why I do it. I don't care if you change it. You don't have to say it's mine. Just, I mean, have fun with it. So there's enough of the Indian Yellow. If you want to, you could grab just a touch of Yellow Ochre. And just a touch. And we can put on the outskirts of that Indian Yellow just another little bit of just a little bit of this Indian Yellow, Yellow Ochre. Right through here somewhere. Not really worried about it too much. And before we go to the next color, what we should probably do, and I've been doing it as I put the paint on, but just kind of blend and get rid of any harsh strokes that you don't like. I would just have yellow on the brush so we don't have to worry too much about it. Now, without cleaning the brush, I'm going to skip over to the Alizarin Crimson. Where's my buddy Nick Hankins says, a lizard in crimson. Still his catchphrase there tonight. And I'm going to put a little more crimson in this one tonight than I did last time. The crimson kind of goes right at the edge of that and overlaps with that yellow ochre that we just put on. And just kind of work it up. And you don't have to fill up the whole corners or anything, because we're going to put another color there. And really the crimson is going to act kind of as a border against turning this yellow green. That's what we hope. We may get green, who knows. There's no guarantees here, guys. No money back guarantees. Everything I do it intentionally. So if I get a green sky, I meant to do a green sky, right? And I want to blend right between those two colors, just kind of lightly. I don't want to lose all the yellow, but I don't want to also just see a line where the crimson is. Maybe a little more crimson. However much you want. It's up to you. Maybe a little more right here. Yeah, oh yeah. I don't want to set the fire. Bob actually used bright red for this, but I don't use a lot of bright red, so crimson looks about the same to me. I might just throw a little bit up there. And just let it be happy, let it be free, let it be loose. And again, just kind of blend those while we don't have the black or whatever color I decide to put up here next on the canvas there. So just kind of knock down those edges, more or less what you're trying to do there. Hey, Tanisha. And again, make this bright, super bright, guys. It's your painting. Let it be yours. That's what we want. Alright, I'm going to get, and I'm just going to mix it with my brush. I'm going to grab some Midnight Black. And I might grab I'm barely any blue, and add that to the mix on my brush. Mostly 99% black. Okay? 99% black. Notice about this Midnight Black is that it's kind of a lavender color. I'm just going to start putting some up here in these corners. You can turn the brush this way and it kind of gets you some nice little cloudy effects. You can even swirl some in if you want to. Wait on my easel here. Hey Tim. Yeah, well thank you. I'm glad somebody got something out of it. That's just how I've always done it, and thought if it was helpful for people to see that, why not video it? Yeah. And then Bob just kind of takes his brush and just taps in, and you do this too. Nothing to it. Because I may need a little more paint there. That's okay. I'm going to need a little bit more paint though. Just tap in. Just tap in a little cloud there. Okay. Just however much darkness you want. And if you don't like the black, just add a little bit of blue to it. Won't hurt anything. Thinking my reference when I use mainly blue, but I wanted to try just the black, because that's really what Bob used for the sky. Again, I'm going to beef this one up a little bit. I'm coming in here, just tapping. Easiest clouds you can make are cloudy shapes, we'll call them, right? They're not really cloudy. We're not painting them there, but they're there. Maybe one more and just shoot a thing. I know I'm down a little bit lower than normal. I usually put my foot on this thing to keep it from shaking so bad. So squeaky chair actually has a purpose there. Yeah, I think that's okay. Not bad. But I am going to sneak and pull a sneaky on you and add just a little bit of blue up here in the corners too. Just a little bit here and there. I'm not liking just the black. You can have another one down here maybe. You can have one right here. Be careful here if you've got black and blue there. Just little stringy things. To keep me out of trouble here, I'm going to take another, I have 10 different brushes laid out. I'm going to just kind of lightly go across these. And just 2 hairs, 3 hairs in some air maybe. Okay. Whatever you want. And I'm trying to stay out of that yellow. Even with that black, I don't want to get to the yellow too much. Just kind of setting those down in the sky there. Just something like that. Just a little cloudy type shapes in the sky tonight. No real painting clouds, easy ones tonight. Mr. Painting Man. I'll take that as a good name. I like that. Mr. Painting Man. You know me. Let's go to tinker just a little bit. I want a little bit more dark there. That's what I want. I want these corners a little darker. I want to really put some pressure on here and get some of that black in there really good. There we go. A little bit. Just a tiny bit more. Wouldn't hit my eye right. So we'll leave it at that. We don't want to mess with it too much. We'll do that one down maybe. Just let that color mix. Again, be careful. You remember, if you get any blue in that black, and that black can even turn this odd color. So watch your yellow there. Kind of why we put that crimson in as a buffer. Alright, we'll take one of these brushes that is a little dirty. We'll go back to some midnight black and a little bit of blue, mostly black still, but a little bit more blue than before. And probably just a touch of white. Just a touch of white. Yeah. I'm just mixing these on brush. The color really doesn't matter. But we need them to be kind of dark. But not pure color, not just black. Needs a little white in there to tone it down. Change the value a little bit. Alright, so I don't have a ton of paint in my brush. You can use a 1" for this. You could use a fan brush and do little strike down trees, whatever you want. But all Bob is doing here is doing this. Making a little pushing. There's a little indication of a tree. That's all he's doing. And he does that pretty much for the whole background here. And I kind of just fill in there, make them different sizes. Reload your brush as you need to. I thought about just painting trees, but this is a lot easier, and this is and we get to do something fun to these too. So here in a second, these are far off. Raise that one up a little bit. Just pushing. So instead of going straight in, I've got it over here to the side, just kind of pushing. See if I can do one here with my other hand. And go in. You don't go in like that. Go in like this, and just kind of push, 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 and it makes little tree type shapes. That's the best way. That's the best explanation I can give to what they look like. Something way off in the distance. It may be trees. It may be, you know, gravestones or something. I don't know. Whatever you want it to be. No, ivory black would be fine. Yeah. I'm using all the Bob Ross colors. Black. Black of your choice. And just pushing in that brush. I'm almost getting these a little too dark, but they're fine. You got a few of these little guys, however many you want. I mean, if you don't like these, I'm going to show you another way you can do this that I think would be nicer. But this is, you know, remember Bob had 27 minutes to do this, so he had to find little things like this to throw in the background, because it's really not that important to this painting, because it's not what you focus on. It's more or less something like this is taking up space and adding some depth to the painting more than anything. You could take, well, I've got one, hopefully, there it is. You can take a fan brush and even paint these if you wanted to. So if you wanted to throw in some little trees here with hardly any paint, just go back and just put some more arms and some little things going on in here. I don't think it needs it for this one, but that's just another thing you can do to add some little details. Alright, that's enough of those, because we got land here, and a bridge right here somewhere. I'm going to go back to a cleanish brush, not a clean brush. Here, I'll take a time like this one off. Okay, we'll wipe some paint out of there. And I want to really get in here and just smack the heck out of the bottom of these. also just do, we're going to cover all this up, but if you're ever just painting, you can just carry some of that color around. So man, that looks like that's really off in the distance now over here. We don't need to do that here, but I'll show you what it looks like. It is a neat effect. Sorry for the easel banging so much. Get rid of the bottom of them. Pick up on these. Okay. And you know, I'm forgetful, guys. I had forgotten to put water in. Somebody better remind me of these things. I think I'd paint before, huh? Pick up on that. And again, we got land and big trees here, so that's why I'm not worried about that. I just want to just see that if you wanted to, you could take that all the way across. Just let it be a little island of trees or whatever. Maybe mist those out a little bit even more at the bottom. But before we go too far and I forget, I better put some water in here. I'm going to go get some phthalo blue and some black. A little more blue this time. I want the water to be a little bluer. I better put some water in here. It's kind of dark. Just pulling in from the side here. We got a bridge, we might as well have water. Pull straight in, like that. Over here and pull in. I'm running out of paint, so I'm probably going to get some more paint. There we go. More paint over here. Throw that back in. Really, I don't even need the sheen of light that Bob typically leaves in this one. Just cover the whole thing. Blend it until you're satisfied that you've got it dark enough and that you've got your lines straight and you don't see things that bother you. You can go straight across. Just push harder if you need to blend it a little more. If you don't want to blend it as much, get off that brush a little bit. And then you'll be in good shape. Beat the devil out of the canvas, that's right. We don't beat the brushes, but we beat the canvases pretty hard. See, it already looks a little better. All right. So I think Bob will just take some black here, kind of on the corner of the brush. So I'm tapping it down like this and getting mainly the paint on the top corner of that brush there. And he throws in some little bushes here. Just tapping them on here. Something like that. However many of these little guys you want. They're sitting right in front of them. Add a little blue to mine. Change it up a little bit every now and then. These are a little closer to us. We're not going to highlight these or anything. Just kind of push, tap. That's probably enough. Raise that one up a little bit. There we go. And then we can wipe that off a little bit. Wet these in the water a little bit. Go across it. And we got some little bushes that live in front of those weird trees way off in the distance, right? Uh-oh. Oh, ew. So look at this knife. Don't do that. I tell you how to clean your thinner, but I've forgotten I didn't clean this knife. I think it'll work. Looks like a well-used palette. Alright. Okay. So now our bridge goes in actually next. So let's get some Van Dyke Brown. You got some dark sienna, you can throw some dark sienna in there if you wanted to. But the bridge kind of lives at the, kind of right here at these bushes, the top of it. All you're going to do to make that little bridge is touch. Touch. And it's going to look weird until we get it all done. However big a bridge you want. I've got land coming right there and land coming right here. So this is probably appropriate size for the top of it. No hiding on the bushes? No, you can if you want to. Bob didn't. No, I didn't. I just left them out. Those are meant to be way under back there. Make my bridge a little bigger than Bob's. And then drop down an inch maybe. And put you another. And let the bottom level of this bridge be a little bit bigger than the top. Be chunkier at the bottom. But still keep it straight. Keep it straight. Anybody can do this, guys. This is nothing. This is not real painting here. We're just putting lines of brown on the canvas right now. You can do this. Trust me. That looks. I think we should just stop there and call it done. What do you think? You're like, what the heck did you paint? That's true. I'm ready for some sunshine, Patty. Open up the pool and I can't enjoy it because of the rain cooling down the water. So probably good. Make it easier on yourself. I'm going to flip over and use that little edge of the knife. And we want some support in here. Yeah, let's go for 3 or 4 at least. Put these on here first. Holes there. There's one. Oh, I'm not a structural engineer, so if you are, don't make fun of my bridge. Like I said, it's not for walking. It's like an Animal Crossing bridge for like mice. It's the weight limit of it. Maybe rabbits. Maybe rabbits could get across too. I'm making mine a little bit bigger than Bob's. Guess why? It's my bridge. I can do what I want to with it. Touch it there. There's our little things there. Now we need some little. Bob called them Jacob's ladder. I didn't do mine quite like that. We can do it. I'll probably just do mine the same way I did it before. Let's put some little X's in mine. Like that. Like that. Super easy. I need to space my things out appropriately. Again, I think the bridge will probably fall before we finish the painting. That's a little chunkier than I wanted. We know it doesn't matter. Sorry, I need to probably look at the comments. Bridge over troubled water. Troubled bridge over water, more like it. Get some little. I have to tell you guys something about this paint. It's not one of my favorites. Somebody requested I do a class on it, so I taught this one maybe last year, early last year, maybe in the spring, I think. And it's fun. I'm not a yellow person, so anything with yellows I don't usually like. Small knife would work here too. I'm just going to use the big edge. There, and that works much better. I never have the small knife out. Got one, don't have it out. Oh, that's not a great bridge, but it'll do. As long as we know it's a bridge. Who cares? A bit more paint. A touch. And they probably would want something else right there, probably. Yeah. Okay. Looks like you're playing tic-tac-toe on the canvas here. Now we need some pillars or some support in the water. That bridge is not just going to float. Figure out about where you want these. So let's do 3. We'll do one here. These are rather large. We'll cut some of it off for reflection. Probably one here. At least that's one. Oh, a little bit out there. And then we'll go one right here. And if we wanted to, you could even make the bridge a little fancier. Add some little supports here for the bridge. My support got a little big there, but that's okay. Something there. Again, it's your bridge, mess with it. Make it yours. There's that one. Go this way. Oh guys, this is not a good bridge. This will not pass inspection, I can tell you right now. Yeah. We'll call that Bram's Rickety Bridge. Mess that one up there a little bit. There, that'll work. That's fine. Alright, clean your knife off. Take the little edge, grab about right there and just pull some of that down, straight down. Okay, and then we'll go to our brush. It's fairly clean. Wipe it off maybe. Won't hurt to wipe a brush off. Get right under there and just pull that down. Pull that down. Let it brown down and down, and then go across it. Go across it and add a little reflection of the coast. There we go. However much you need there. Now we need to put a little bit of a highlight on this guy here. Grab some white, a little bit of white. You can see what I'm talking about a little bit. And a little bit of brown. Mix those two together to a marbled appearance. Marbled means they're not really mixed well. And we're just going to touch a little bit of a highlight on here. I may need a little more white. That's showing up okay. Right on this top board, you definitely get some light playing off of it. Oh, maybe a little bit more right there. Don't let it keep growing though. You'll have like Godzilla Bridge. So if you know somebody you don't like, and you know, where do we think the sun's? Probably the sun's brightest right there. So I'm going to only highlight really one side of my little guys here. Just these. A little bit on that. A little bit on that one. Oop. A little bit on that. I'm just touching. A little bit on that. Yeah, you may see it just a smidgen of highlight on the bottom even. Barely. We'll put a lot, leave it mostly dark because we're seeing most of it on this side. Another one of those opportunities, if I had a maul stick, I'd probably use it. We need a little bit of highlight on our post too. Or I forget. We do that and then I'll look at the comments, guys. So I'm going to, first I'm going to fix one of these. No man, we'll go back and tinker a minute. I don't like that one at all. Got a little too big. Yeah. Alright. Maybe here just something wrap around like that. If you think they need it, you could hit one of these, a little bit on these if you wanted to. I don't think it needs it on these. Maybe that one, because that one's ugly. There's a little footbridge. Don't walk on it though, please. And there's your Friday night painting. No, I'm kidding. Play around with the bridge and have a steadier hand than me. It looks pretty neat. There's really not much to it. Now the thing that really helps it more than anything is the next step. Because it still looks like it's floating to me. I'm going to grab a little bit of liquid white and titanium white, just kind of mix them together. I might have to step out and get a clean knife, guys. That's nasty. Can't even get the brown off of it. I think that'll be okay. We'll try it. A little roll of paint. Roll of paint. Is that right? I just want to put a little bit of a ripple on the water around these posts. Maybe there's a little water running under them. And you can make as many ripples as you want. And I can put a couple up above there. Like that water's running behind the bridge too. That really helps set the bridge down in the water. I'm just sawing that paint into the canvas. Nothing fancy. At least nothing too fancy. If we wanted to, and we can do this later too. Add a little bit of it running down through here. I like running water. I don't like still water as much as running water. So I would typically put probably too many, but I think it's a neat effect. You get a little movement there. You can throw some back there even. Probably won't see these back in there, but a little bit of something around that bridge helps it not float as much now. Before, buddy, we was in trouble there. You can have however much of this you want. There, we'll probably stop there. All right. Thanks, Nadia. How are you? Hey, Debbie. Loving the bridge. Well, the bridge is okay. Yeah, don't walk on it. Don't walk on it, you'll be fine. Be fine and dandy. You put my, gotta open up another beverage here. Going. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're getting close to just throwing a bunch of dark in here. So let's go to our knife. Let's go to our knife here. If you got any questions, throw them in there while I'm looking, I guess. I'm gonna grab a lot of black and some green, maybe even a little blue. Big old wad of paint here. But right, it's, yeah, you have to swim out to that bridge. You can't get on it. It's an adventure bridge is what we're gonna call it. You gotta be adventurous to get out there. There's a plan for it. It may not work, but there's a plan for the bridge. Let's see what I want to paint first. Yeah, we'll throw some trees in first. I'll grab my fan brush now. Load it up with a good bit of that black and green and a little bit of blue in there. You can throw a little crimson there if you wanted to. But it's dark. It looks like black. Nothing fancy here. We need some trees here. Make a little line. Kick the brush over a little bit. Touch, 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 touch and push. And work your hand back and forth. Back and forth, keeping, I always like to keep that center nice and dark on these, especially these big evergreens like this one. And this will start filling in that bridge gap. And maybe we're trying to trick our mind to think, oh, we could walk right back in there, couldn't we? I stopped somewhere about there with that one. Ooh, got space in there. You can always go back and doctor your trees a little bit, guys. Don't be scared. Darken them up if you need to. Won't hurt. There's one wonky tree. A little bit right there. There. We got Bob had like huge trees in this painting, like evergreen trees. So let's put another, and this one's gonna be a big one right here. May have more than Bob even. walking down that tree, mainly painting with the corner to start out with. And then as you get down on these bigger ones, you're going to need to flip that brush over, use the other corner, and then you're going to need to reload. But you want these to be nice old hanging, Bob calls those hanging downs, if you watched him enough. You missed everything, Matt. There were some secret tips that I gave out. It was amazing. You haven't missed anything. I put a bridge on the canvas that's likely to not pass inspection, and I'm likely going to have to get people to sign a waiver to go across it. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what's going to happen. I'm not actually touching the bridge yet. Put another big one over here. These are the big ones. Touch, touch. You can always leave some gaps in these too. You don't have to paint every little bit of the tree. I do like them to be dark, but I mean you can have, especially at the top, these big guys would. I'm going to use a lot of the brush for this one because I want this one to be quite large. I'm kind of working on this side, having trees that essentially get bigger as they go off the canvas. Oh my, I should have painted that with a 2-inch brush. There. Whew, those are some big trees, guys. We're going to overtake that bridge. Are they happy trees, though? Oh, I want to know. And then probably, I might sneak one right here even. I don't want to put 4 trees on this side. Let's do 5. A little bit there. Let's fill that in a little bit. We know that guy's back there now. You know me, I'm lazy. I don't like to paint trees all night, so I'll find ways to cheat if I can throw one in like that. Make this one, we'll beef this guy up a little bit. Oh, Nadia, your message popped up there on my screen and I can see. I forgot you were doing that. I should have asked you how that went. I can't read every bit of the comments you just sent us, but I hope it went well. Completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I could have watched it, but I would have if I had not forgotten it. Feel bad now. This one's just going to fill up the rest of the canvas over here. I want to see a little bit of that yellow still back here. This is the daddy tree. The grandpa tree or whatever we'll call it. I'm throwing dark in here right now. Man, I'm not worried about really the shape of it over there near the corner. Big, massive trees, guys. Goodness. Woo, these are whopper trees, aren't they? I lost you on my phone and I can't find this, Bram. Well, if you're typing me, you found me. It looks like you found me, Shirley. I don't know what that means. Big trees. I'm gonna turn this easel around just a little bit. You guys can probably see it better too. I'm gonna go ahead and paint all our evergreen trees since we're here at this step. I left a little gap there. I'm gonna throw a little bush there. So I didn't quite connect it yet. We got 3. What we got? 5 over here. Let's do 3 over here. Yeah, I don't get that odd and even thing in my head. I like odd numbers myself for trees. Yellow line, this will be the big one. Work back and forth on that brush. I can already tell I don't have enough paint. Got no more paint. Remember, you gotta have paint to paint. Don't be skimpy with it. Skimpier you are, the harder it's going to be on you to paint. Now, one thing I can tell you is I never put the amount of paint out that Bob puts out on his palette. I don't need to, because I can always go back and add paint. But it's hard to, put it back in the tube. You can save it. You can put it into stuff and put it in the freezer, or you can get little. I've got condiment cups that I keep it in sometimes, and it'll keep for a while, like that. So you can make use of things like that. But honestly, I think it's best to just put out what you need at the time, and then add more if you need it. You know, you've seen me do that. Might be annoying if you're watching somebody paint, but if you're just painting, you get annoyed at yourself and nobody will know it. Fill in that corner of the canvas or that side with an indication of a tree. You can see I didn't really spend a lot of time on that one. And one more that maybe is a little crooked. Maybe it's a little crooked. Touch, touch. Touch and push, touch and push, touch and push, touch and push. Left, right, left, right. Hang over the bridge a little bit there. Alright, we got our dark end, we got our trees in. Take a little break here, get us a little drink. You can see it better on your big computer? Yeah, you can always, a lot of people always say I can't see you well, or phones work differently, tablets work differently for this stuff that we're doing. So it just depends on, you know, what kind of device you're on a lot of times, whether it will work properly or not. Had to get a little more black out, I ran out. So I'm going to add some green back to that black I just got out, and maybe a little bit of blue, just a little bit. A little bit of blue. Most of it's still going to be black, look, but it's got green and blue in it. I'm not worried about mixing it up super well. Probably. Let's get the lay of the land in here, and then we'll throw bushes in. I know I gotta highlight my trees, I forgot. Let's go ahead and get the dark and the land laid in here. So there's, looking at mine over here, just to kind of judge what I want here. I may do it a little differently. This is that part where Bob would always talk. You could throw this on a paint roller, or you know, a shoe or whatever, and you probably could. I probably wouldn't. So the lane kind of comes out like this, and it really gets a little steeper right there. Okay. We'll put a little bit of this dark in here. Eat up into my trees there. Now our trees have something to stand on beside the water. Over the bank. We're just blocking in and all do it right now. Not really worried about it. I know we got a little rocky path in here too. The dark will help with that. Looks a little wet, honestly. Skip over here. I want this to kind of come right in front of that bridge there. And think about how your water, or your land meets the water. It doesn't drop like a big cliff. We want this to kind of start over here and work your brush down towards the water. That's the way most of the time these little islands and little things like this will work. Kind of work down towards the lake or whatever we're talking about, riverbank. This is probably a river. Oh, I hit one of my little posts there, didn't mean to. That's okay. That's probably enough land right there. And I've got a lot of paint on that one. If you only have one of these, clean that off. But what you should do next, before I forget, and I will, you better pull some of this down for a reflection. Take it there and grab a little bit of that. A bit of that. A bit of that. Go across it lightly. 2 hairs and some air. A little bit more right there. Okay, that's a small little piece of land over there. We don't want much. One thing I don't like little blue back in there, Ulster blue on that side. Alright, got that. Let's see what else we can do with it. Let's see what else we can do. We'll go ahead and just tap a little bit more here. A little bit more dark. Show you what we'll do next. Make it look a little nicer too. We'll shape this land a little bit. There we go. There, I like that better. Change the lay of the land. It's your land, so make it be nice for you, please. You know me, I like these little round brushes. They're a little easier for me to drive. So, I know right here I want a big bush. And we'll highlight right there. And that knocks our bridge back. We gotta knock that bridge back so we know it's way back there. I've got little bushes that live on the edge of this grass. What do I got? There's one there. There's probably, let's put one right here. Just something. A couple down here even maybe. And that way it's not such a clean edge on the lake here. The river. I'm calling it a lake. I think it's probably a river. And we'll highlight those. Oh yeah, we're going to highlight the trees. I just haven't done it yet. I'm skipping around. I know we got some bushes back in here, but I don't need to really do anything there. Dark's already. We'll do our highlights on our trees next. How about that? So I won't forget either. Do we want trunks or no trunks? I don't think I put trunks in my other one. Trunks or no trunks? What do you guys think? I don't care. So somebody give me a suggestion. Trunks or no trunks? It's up for debate. Trunks. First person to call it. There we go. Sandy got it. Alright, some trunks in these trees. Probably enough over there. Ooh, you know what we should do? We should probably do a little trick here too. Run through those trees a little bit. Straightens them up. It actually cleans up some of those little things there too. And remember, you can throw more in here if you wanted to. Right through. Now we'll put trunks on that side. What if there's a trunk right there? Right there. I'm not making the trunks really stand out too much. Ooh, that trunk on the leaves. Or the foliage. There. Yeah, this big guy's got a couple here. Faint little trunks in there. Find my brush. I think I brought two back here with me to make it easier. And I thought I did, but I must not. Huh. There's one. No, that's my acrylic brush. I thought I had two fan brushes back here, guys. I might actually have to clean a brush. The horrors. Let me clean one. Already my head's in the way. There we go. Look at that. I counted my fan brushes today. I have 37. So I should be able to bring two back here and use. Clean a little bit of that dark out. It was too much in there. Knock it thinner off on a paper towel. We got trunks in there. We got us some trunks going. Alright, so let's wipe that brush out a little bit. Still got a little bit of that dark in there, but we need to probably, we can go into some cad yellow. And, no, maybe a little bit touch of blue, a little touch of sap green, just a touch. I don't want it to get too dark. And that'll give us a pretty evergreen color. Pretty evergreen color. I'm gonna touch it just a little bit of the liquid white, because I imagine when I can feel already is this paint's a little loose. So this paint will have to be even looser for that highlight to stick. Make sense? Here's the color we like here. I'm not liking that. I always tend to stay with the yellow, the green that's more blue green than the yellow green. So I always add more blue into my green. And then goes the sapper, the sap and cat yellow. Usually we'll put a good bit of blue in there too. Maybe too bright. I think it's okay. I might darken a little bit. You gotta play around with these things until you like the colors you're using. There we go. That's nice. There we go. That's what I want. A little bit more blue in there for me. And touch. And just touch a highlight here and there. Not everywhere though. Let there be a little bit of dark left on the stick. There. I need a little bit of liquid white, I think. A little bit more. I already added a little bit. I want it to stick real well. These may be silhouette trees if I don't get this down here pretty soon. Yeah. There. Get the brush up a little bit. There's a little highlight, finally. Need a little bit of a highlight over here. This little guy in the corner. Still not liking that color, guys. But we'll live with it for tonight. Now I think the light's brightest right here, so I'm going to highlight more on the right side of the tree than on the left. Just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more right there. We got squeaky chair now, we got office chair squeaking. Something like that. Maybe a hit or two on that one. Just a couple. Something there. Don't want many. I love cad yellow also. I usually just use cad yellow and usually I like Indian yellow better than the yellow ochre too. That's just me. My preference, I guess. Keep those kind of dark. Because the sun's hitting those more than these, because these are what happened there, guys? Something just went off. I think the internet timed out on us for a minute. But I am back. Sorry about that. Lost everybody. The two of you, can see. Oh, let's open back up there. Hey, sorry about that. I think his internet went out or something. Alright, so let's see what we want to do next. Let's put our path in. Let's put our path in. I'm going to take this to a straight Van Dyke brown or the brown of your choice. And figure out we've got a rocky path here somewhere that lives back in here. Let's just pull a little bit of dark back in here. just so I can lay it out a little bit. Kind of rub it in there even. Kind of right on that bank is where it is, right beside those bushes. Just a little bit there. Need much. Ooh, got some black in there. That'll work. Some green, ooh. That won't work. Cover that up. Get as big as you want here. Alright, that'll be enough for me. Just lay a little bit down, grab a little white, a little bit of brown again. Marble those colors up. Let's see, we got a path somewhere back in here, don't we? I know that there's some rocks and some stuff happening. We can walk right back in here if we wanted to. She may carry that back through there a little bit even. And put a little bit more right here. I'm just pulling across that dark that I put on. It's kind of like the mountain, but it's sideways. It's called these sideways mountains. Oh, that's all you're doing is pulling the paint, letting the canvas grab the paint. I'm not pushing on the knife, just kind of pulling it to the side. We're not mess with our path a little bit once we get all the grass in too. Yeah, a lot of left-handers, because you're watching everybody paint. Most people paint the right-handed that you're probably watching, so it's hard to imagine that if you're just learning. Justin is left-handed, so that would be somebody you could watch as far as a left-hander goes. Or you could reverse the videos on people. So a little path winding up through there. Find us another brush here somewhere. Where's that one? That one work. There's some yellow and some green. It doesn't matter the yellow. We can add them all if we wanted to. And some sap green. Making grass color. Whatever color you want your grass. I'm going to push that into my paint brush here. And get all that out on the edge of the brush here, and let's find some grass here. Some little lady I went to class with calls it tappy grass. Certification class. I don't know if you're watching tonight, but that's pretty much all you're doing. Leave some dark areas. Leave some dark areas, and don't be afraid to mix in some different yellows. Let it change a little bit. You know, use a little of the yellow ochre, use a little bit of the Indian yellow. Kind of tap into all of them. It'll mix on the brush and get some really nice effects that way. I might tap just a little bit of grass on that side even. Go ahead and put that in there. Let that cover the path right there. Yeah, that looks nice. I know we got some little bushes and stuff, but just touch right through there. Sets that path down in the painting. Don't be a rush. Play with it, because it's really important to have that dark in there. Super important. If you don't, it's going to look flat. It's going to look like you painted green on a canvas without the nice dark in here and without saving that dark. So this is one way to do grass. I think I promised somebody I was going to do we may do a simple painting and do 3 or 4 different kinds of ways to do grass one night. I know that sounds odd. How many ways can you paint grass? Probably hundreds. We really want to get to it. Take the time to do it. Shoot, there's a lot of grass over here. Should put some rocks or something. You guys care if I change it just a little bit? Well, because I'm going to. There, I just highlighted it and brought that one, it raised that up a little bit. I think I wouldn't mind to have, no, I don't want to. Change my mind. Let's go put a couple little stones there, but I don't think I want. I'm liking the grass. You can play around with the color, raise it up a little bit there. Maybe why we call it tappy grass is because you're always tapping on the palette. Maybe the reason. A little bit darker down here in the corner. Let's get that down in. And we can call that probably good. No, we don't call it good, do we? Still we're happy with it. Maybe by sheer luck there's a little light streaming through there and it's a little bright right there because I didn't like that the way that was looking. But now that grass is a popping for us. Doesn't look bad. Not bragging on myself. I just like the way grass looks. I like making grass. Oh, we'll go over here and finish our grass on this side. Touch, 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 touch. And follow those. Follow that path into the down to the river. You can go down here on the riverbank and fish or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Here, a little bit of grass over there too. There we go. Let's put some bushes in here, guys. Oh, oh, oh my Lord! I had a big mistake there just a second ago. I dumped my brush. I thought my liquid white was really low and it was full. So now I have liquid white almost up halfway on the brush. That's not what I intended. Not what I intended at all. I'm going to start with some cad yellow, maybe a touch of green in it. Let's see if this will show up good enough. Oh yeah, oh yeah. A little bit of Indian yellow in there too. Get this little bush here right on our path there. Go over and grab some yellow ochre just to change the flavor of the bushes. Something there. We probably should put something in front of this little guy here. Something there. Jump between your yellows, let them all mix together. Really nice. There's a little bush. I'm gonna have a little more cad yellow out, guys. I've ran out. What are y'all talking about? What does September look like? Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the comments. I don't mean to not pay attention to the comments. I kind of wish I had somebody to read the comments to me, or the computer could say, y'all could assign voices or something and I could hear them. A little bush on that side. Let's get us another one right here. There. Brown. That one got kissed by the sun for sure. Oh, let's do this one next. It looks like I'm just hitting random. I'm trying to save a good bit of the dark when I'm doing that. And a little sneaky thing you can do. Sometimes you get too much and you just can't get enough definition. Take a little bit of the liquid white into the paint color you were using. So I had cad yellow mainly. And if you're careful with this, guys, just go back and pop another little highlight right over top that one that maybe ran away from you. So now it looks like there's two bushes there instead of just the one flat one. All little, these are kind of like cheats that you can do on this stuff. There we go. Those are some big bright bushes. Maybe forsythias or something. Well, you don't want me to join any reindeer games? I'll put one right here, kind of coming into the path. Hopefully I have one right there. I have a lot left to do in the painting. Make a stick tree. Put a couple little things over there maybe. Maybe there's something just sitting there in the grass. Raise it up a little bit. A little bit of liquid white. Be careful, don't use a ton of the liquid white. You shouldn't need a ton of it. But your paint can get really wet if you're not careful. I want a little bit of something right there. Just kind of spilling over. And saying, howdy do. Howdy do. There's a couple little things here on the edges of the grass. I don't like these edges left like this. So I can just take a little bit of the yellow or the green or whatever. And add a little something there, a little something, something. There. Yeah, I think that side's pretty much done. Yeah, I'll add bushes over here. Shoot. Well, we better put them. Put me a little defining line there on that. I've lost my dark. Maybe a little bit more liquid white. And a little bit of cad yellow, green. Mainly cad yellow, maybe a little Indian yellow. All the colors mixed together, it doesn't matter. Maybe a little something there. Forgot I was going to put bushes over here. I'd put some more dark. Let's do that. It looks better. I need one right there. Kind of just so we don't see that edge of that bad bridge. Now the inspector might not be able to see how bad it is when he comes out. I don't want the inspector shutting us down. Now we can just put a little highlight here or there on that. Maybe there's a little bit back here too. There. And before I forget, better fix this little area. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that looks better. Got all the yellows working with the greens and alright, now we need some other stuff in this, don't we? We know we need a tree. What did my brush I was going to use? Ew, it's dirty. I know I brought two back here. Hold on, I want to be right back. I think I got one back here in the drawer. Maybe. Maybe? Oh, it's an old one. We'll try her. We'll try it out. I'll show you how this is. I've had this one for a long time. It's seen better days. It's really not in good shape. I want to go into the Van Dyke Brown. Van Dyke Brown. So I think I need a little bit more of that. Let's see. Hey Doug, how are you? I didn't see you there until just now. Buddy Doug's having a rough day. Wish him well. Alright, I don't even know if this one will work, guys. No, we'll do the knife. Yeah, I don't trust this. I don't trust this one. But we're going to try it. Bob just has a couple of little stick trees here. And cut through the bushes there somewhere. Yeah, I don't like that. Actually, that brush might go in the garbage. Be right back. I'm gonna get another brush. I'll have to clean that one. There we go. I got one over here. Got a filbert brush handy. Fan brush actually I think works better for what I'm trying to do, but I don't want to walk out to the garage for everything's at. I will use the filbert. I actually chiseled the filbert a little bit there. Make it top a little nicer. There we go. Oh yes. I said I might throw that brush away, but I'll probably keep it. It might be good for grass or all kinds of little things like that. Maybe one more right here. They kind of grow together. Something like that. If you wanted to, and I think it would probably look better. I don't remember if Bob did or not. Or I'm going to. Oh, we said the sun's kind of over there. Just, you could probably, almost like a birch tree, just pull a little bit of a highlight on there. Mix up the color here. It's not showing up. A little white, a little brown. Leave it marbled. Just throw a little bit of a highlight here, there. Touch it on there or whatever. I think it needs a little something. A little something. Just that's it. Just too flat before. May not look very good now either. Alright, I'm going to grab a filbert, a strip liner. I'm going to go straight into the brown again. This is clean, straight Van Dyke brown. Then that down to an ink consistency. And let's put some little arms on this guy. I think I need a little more thinner. Or a little more paint. Just raise this one up a little bit there. These are little stick trees that don't get a highlight. Goodness. A little more thinner. The paint is variable. Sometimes you'll get some that's really thin. Sometimes you get some that's really thick. This brown is rather thick. But you can work with it. You just got to know what to do. Add a little more thinner. Not that big a deal. Put some little arms on this guy. Oh, we need a couple arms over here, don't we? Alright, concentrate. Look at this, I don't talk as much. To remind myself to breathe. There are many little limbs and things you want on your tree, put them. You could even highlight it if you wanted to. I mean, it's your tree. We'll start losing a lot of it, but we've already covered up, what, 2/3 of the background? At some point we gotta say that's enough. There. You know me, I like stick trees. What if there's one leaning across like that? Bob didn't put this. This is a Bram exclusive right here. You guys watching? Bram wanted another little tree over here. Kind of leaning out, jeopardizing the people that are walking across the bridge. They're already putting their life, you know, in jeopardy by coming across that bridge anyway. Now they're going to have that tree maybe fall on them. It's going to be a bad accident or a happy mistake, whatever. That's probably enough. Nope, I see another one right there. Another little dead guy right there. Maybe they're not dead. It's fall. They've already lost their leaves. This is the stuff I think if Bob had an hour, this is what Bob would be doing. He would be putting trees everywhere and putting limbs and going on his evergreens and pulling little arms off of these, and he didn't have that much time. But you can do all this. It looks pretty neat. You can pull little arms off of these little evergreens and they're really nice. You'll see these little deep, Steve does this quite a bit, Steve Ross. On any of his paintings, if you've seen him, he's got little arms coming out of his evergreens, and just the little details that you can put into painting. So, however many you want. I honestly think you could do like a big birch tree right here that would be pretty. Fill that space up a little bit more. Oh, one thing we haven't done. Grab something here. Do that. We need a water line around our land over there, don't we? Gotta have a water line. Alright, look here, I found my little knife. It's amazing what I can find if I look. Add some of that on there. Just kind of walk it down, walk it around that land. Keeping the knife level with the canvas horizontal. Kind of just digging in there, almost smushing it in and sawing it in. There's that. I'm just using straight titanium line, by the way. Sometimes I just don't use the liquid white for water lines much anymore. That water's kind of running down through there. So you got a few of these little things closer. However many you want. Remember, I put too many. I know I do. I like movement in my water more than stillness. Alright. Let's sign her and we'll call it done. Yeah. You guys can watch this one. It'll be in 2 parts though. I hope I saved the other part. I may not have. I may have to paint this one again if somebody wants to watch it. But guess what? You can go watch Bob paint this one. This is Bob's. Go watch Bram paint it. You got the man there painting this one. I'm gonna sign it right here. Maybe I'll sign it right here. I never sign my paintings usually in the corners. I'm gonna sign this one right here. In the grass. Hey, I kinda like that. There it is, guys. Bob's Footbridge, I think is what Bob called it, Footbridge. Not a hard painting at all. It's got big evergreens. You can do a better job, I'm sure, on the bridge than I did. Try her out. Again, I don't know. I don't know what will happen with the 2 parts on mine. If I save the other one, hopefully I'll merge them and put them back up. If not, you can go watch Bob do this one. Forget the season, but just type in Bob Ross Footbridge. But thanks for stopping by. I'll try to do another one here down maybe midweek. Or you never know, I may surprise you and just show up one night. Alright guys, everybody stay safe and sane and healthy, and take care of each other. See you guys down the road.